this award is an incredible honor, and I'll be forever grateful and thankful. And, before recent events in our country, I intended to talk about the case. I plan to thank the people who preceded us in the Grimes case, who set the standard there. And I intended to thank people who helped us with our appellate work in our office and our team. And of course, our amazing team who helped us with our verdict. And there are so many people that deserve thanks, too many to be named here. But given recent events, and given that I've been provided with this soapbox for a few minutes, I decided to go in a little bit of a different direction. George Floyd's murder has shaken our country. It's taken whatever thin veneer of stability and equality that may have been perceived to exist and ripped it off like a bandage on a wound that's never healed. Everything is raw and exposed, and there is no hiding. And maybe it's about time that we, trial lawyers, we face it head on. One of the great privileges that we have as trial lawyers is to stand up in court and say something like, I represent Jane Jones, or I'm here on behalf of John Smith. I was lucky enough to say those words when I represented Ashley Partlow. Think about how incredible that is. Think about what a weight of responsibility we all take on. We walk into court and we give voice to people, no matter how intelligent or educated, rich or poor, black, white, or brown, in a forum where they cannot speak for themselves. Just like the name of our organization says, we are the voice of justice for our clients. But given what's happened in our country lately, what is justice? What are we doing with our skills and our voices? Is it enough? We are such passionate, amazing advocates, all of us. So given the world we are facing now, should we be doing more? And if so, what? What should we be doing? I know, me personally, I'm lost, and I don't know where to begin. Although George's case was preceded with way too many egregious examples to count, including here in our own city and state, the past week's events have had me questioning my most basic beliefs. I really can't answer the question why George's case hit me so much differently and so much more powerfully than the cases that came before. I can't. But before George's case, I woke up every morning, I looked at myself in the mirror when I was getting ready for work, and I viewed myself as this enlightened, liberal, informed guy. But I realize now that's nothing, it's all for show. Each night, I get to go home to my house in the burbs and put the city and its problems behind me. There was a time in our practice that I walked into one of the Baltimore City courthouses virtually every single day of my working life. But I was so fixed on our mission for our clients that I was blind to what is and what was going on right under my nose. Are most of us like that? Do we all have to look back at ourselves in the mirror every now and then and ask ourselves some serious and hard questions? If we're really the Maryland Association for Justice, maybe sometimes we need to look up and around us instead of simply keeping our heads down and our noses to the grindstone as the day-to-day obligations of our practices, which indeed provide justice to so many, get us in the habit of doing. Many of us in this great organization, myself included for sure, were born into privilege simply by the virtue of the color of our skin. That does not mean we did not work our rear ends off to get where we are, because we most certainly did. But are we blind to the luck of birth circumstances that we all enjoy? Do we actually realize that racism is all around us and is ingrained in a systematic way throughout every aspect of our society? Let's think together about what we can change, even if it's one step at a time. And that's why I am so honored and humbled to receive this award by which its description is given because through our case, we sent a message to those who might otherwise trample upon the rights of Maryland citizens. Let's take this opportunity to stand behind Ashley Partlow and everyone who looks like her. Now it's time for me and all of us to use our voices and our unique platform to help shift public narrative, not to hijack or appropriate the message, but to stand behind, support, and amplify the voices of the people who are being affected so negatively and violently in this country. Who better to do that than us, with our skills in the courtroom that we use every single day? We have the unique opportunity here to use our voices and our platform for something good. I can think of no better way to honor all of our clients and my client, Ashley Partlow, than to stand behind her now to amplify the message that we will not allow her or those like her to be trampled. To all of us, take a stand now, do something, vote, speak up, challenge yourself, not just to be not a racist, but to be actively anti-racist. Read a book, have a conversation, keep reading, keep asking, keep learning. Please